What's up, everybody? Hell in the Cell, or Hell in a Cell, I always get it wrong, has just ended. So you're joining us here on our Facebook page, facebook.com/THS Wrestling News, Instagram.com/THS.Wrestling, YouTube.com/that hashtag show TV, and Twitch.tv/that hashtag show. Guys, give us all of your comments about Hell in a Cell. We want them all. Just send them our way. We'll get through everything. We're going to talk about it in great length. My name is John. Thank you for joining us on your Sunday. I hope you're doing well. And I am joined at the moment by Neeson. Neeson, love this Thriller shirt.
I had to wear the goat to represent one of the other goats. Well, two of the other goats. But today, at this moment, I'm talking about the boss, the blueprint, the standard, the GOAT, the landlord, the queen of the sale, and the new SmackDown Women's Champion, also representing the Yodgers, Sasha Banks, ladies and gentlemen. Woo, 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 woo.
Gotta keep that score. Keep that score up. I'm looking at 4-2 now, huh?
4-2, baby. 4-2. Look, go blue, guys. It's been a night for the blue. Go blue. Yes. And also, just to say this, Sasha Banks is also from California, by the way. She was born in California, and she's from California. Then moved to Boston. So I just want to say, California, LA is winning. We're winning.
Title town, huh?
Title town. It's the city of champions. It's country city. Oh, we have to bring in a Midwestern in, unfortunately.
Speaking of someone who's moved to California from the Midwest, Johnny P313, what's up, my friend? We can't hear you. Can we hear you?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Rising. What's up, y'all?
What's going on, man?
Chilling like a villain. Chill like a villain.
It's a great day. It's a great day to be from sunny California, IA. What do you think?
Born and raised.
Oh, the celebrations are never going to continue. They're going to keep continuing.
Because you know why? In a terrible year that we've had in the Lord and Savior of 2020, we've had a challenging one. But the rewards that we're getting, the rewards that California keeps blessing us with are winners. And when you have winners like the Lakers, soon to be the Yodgers, and the Boston Blueprint, the standard, the GOAT, the landlord, the queen of the sale, Sasha Banks. Hey, life is good. Mm-hmm. Life is very good.
Mm-hmm. Kershaw's still pitching, huh? I mean, how are you going to try to steal home from in a World Series? What are you doing? Come on. All right, guys. We're gonna talk about. No. I'm not talking about last night. I'm talking about tonight when Margot tried to steal home. But last night, my God,
I
love the sport of baseball. But
today, I didn't expect it to go this long. I thought it was going to be a sweep.
We're going to talk about the great sport of professional wrestling. Yeah. So we're going to talk about Hell in the Cell, some stuff from NXT, from stuff, just general WWE stuff, and AEW. Do not worry. Le Dinner Debonair will be spoken about tonight.
We get to talk about all entertainment wrestling. I'm excited.
It's gonna be great. But before we get to that, guys, look what came in the mail. Deathwish Coffee, guys. Deathwishcoffee.com. Use the promo code #show for 10% off at checkout. We loves them. And you will be seeing this beautiful thing every Sunday.
I made sure I wiped it down with alcohol wipes before they sent it to you, Pingo. I promise.
Thank you. Yes, Bound for Glory was last night, but show of hands. Okay. Sorry, none of us watched it, but I will say, Alex Shelley, please get well soon. Oh my goodness, he took. Go ahead.
No, he took a credit. I was gonna say I also saw the the pre-show, whatever you want to call it, with the Good Brothers. They had their own special on Access.
Oh,
it was called the Good Brothers Full Keg. That's what it was called. It was Talking Shop Good Brothers Full Keg.
Like it.
It was great. Yes, congratulations to the Banks. Ha 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 ha.
All right,
ha.
Guys, let's get in.
Sorry, it'll never be a sweep. Ha.
There can't be a sweep by the Rays if it's a 2-2 series.
Yadins in 6, baby. Yadins in 6.
Guys, it's just math. Jesus. Guys, it's just
you
math.
guys are gonna hate me when the Dodgers win, guys. I'm just telling you. You guys hate me now.
Hey, I'll tell you right now, it's not over.
We know. We know after last night.
It ain't over. It ain't over. All right, guys. So let's talk about Hell in the Cell. I guess chat, let me know grade that you gave it from A to F. I want to know what you guys gave it. I guess overall, let's go. What did we think of the show on a grade level? I'm going to go with a B+, and that might be generous. I'm kind of, I don't know about that. I mean, we opened the show hot. The women's title match was amazing. And I feel kind of like everything else in between was kind of So I think B+ might be too. But, the heel turn was fun. So I'm going to go with a B+ here. Neeson, what do you think?
I'm going to go to B+, but I'm going to go to B+ because I feel all of the Hell in a Cell matches did what they were supposed to do, and they anchored down the show. And the middle fillings were what they were supposed to be, and they were the middle fillings. Jeff Hardy costing himself the win prolongs that, and then you have the Tucker turn, and you also had the Hurt Business and the Retribution thrown in there, which I felt Shane Thorne, that was weird, but I felt the 2 stars coming out of that. The 2 stars coming out of that are people that may not, you may not think, which I think was Ali and Mia Yim. Mia Yim looks more like a star than she's ever looked with a mask on. And and I'm not saying anything negative. I'm saying she looks mysterious. She looks hot. She looks like she can act like she looks like a badass. Like the head bitch in charge she was trying to pull in NXT. She looks like that now, and I want to see her in the ring. So I feel like with those things walking away from Hell in a Cell, boy, oh boy, I give it a strong B+.
Johnny, what do you think? Matthew says this is the best Hell in the Cell pay-per-view that he's ever seen.
I got low-key, I got to be real with him because as I reflected on tonight, I was like, I'm not really sure it dropped off for him because like every match kind of like kept it going and like everything had energy. The only things that I didn't like about tonight, honestly, was one, the conclusion. Like that Randy Orton, Drew McIntyre match was cool, but it was like, it was like nothing that I haven't seen before. It didn't really impress me, and I just felt like checking boxes there and everything like that, so that was fine. But again, it didn't impress me. I'm cool with Randy winning the belt, but I just would like it maybe in a different way. I did like that reversal though, which we'll talk about. Like I always say that Randy has some of the best timing in the business, so I love that reversal. Like he dodges the Claymore and then goes and hits his RKO, which was dope. And then, damn it, that Otis Tucker storyline is just infuriating at this point. Like, okay, we'll get into it, yeah. But see, that's kind of makes me give it a B+. Everything else though, is fucking amazing. Like, we're gonna talk about like that Roman match, fucking phenomenal. Sasha Banks, the brutality of that Hell in a Cell match, fucking phenomenal. And then we'll get into like everything else. So again, I really like tonight. And then the Hurt Business, cracking jokes of Retribution before the match. What about the one, the stupid mask? Oh, Shelton Benjamin, you so stiff, but crack them jokes. So I had a good time with that.
So we opened the show on fire. This is fine. Roman Reigns taking on Jey Uso for the WWE Universal Championship in an Hell in a Cell I Quit match. I think as much as I did enjoy this being in a cage, it almost felt like it didn't have to be. It could have just been an I Quit match. That's just my personal opinion. I thought the match almost clocking in at 30 minutes. Sometimes it felt a little long and sometimes it felt a little uncomfortable, but that's what they were going for. I love that we could hear everything that they were saying to each other. Jey Uso is a shit talker, and I love it. And it's unfortunate that we're rated PG on the WWE Network. But further the storyline, I thought overall, if the Sasha Banks Bayley match hadn't happened, this was match of the night to start off the show, and it was very good. I did love like them just choking each other out and passing out, and the rep being like, "He's out. I don't know. To just beat him some more. I'm not sure what you do." But overall, I thought it was a very good match with Jey ultimately saying "I quit" after some great acting from Roman Reigns, crying to lure him in to the new submission hold, which at first I went, and I like it now. But Roman Reigns retains, and at the end he is anointed by the Wild Samoans. Crazy stuff. Neeson, what did you think of the match? I guess first of all, to start off the show and just overall.
I was confused to start off the show that they picked this match, but also I was hyped because I was like, main event Banks. Let's do it. Completely forgot about Randy Orton and Drew McIntyre, but I was like, main event Banks. We're going to win it. So I was super excited. I had to get my Kevin Hart on. Bam, we're going to get it. Yep. But then Roman Reigns and Jey start. And when I tell you, that was the most poetic, the most, just the tone, the methodical, the storytelling. It was, if I ate beef, it was the rarest form of lean meat beef on a plate that was just sinking into my mouth. It's my all the teeth. It's just dripping blood, and I'm just in awe because apparently people like their meat like rare, and that's weird. But people do that, and if that's how you like it, that's how it's supposed to be. And I felt like this is the wrestling to me. Not only this was match of the year candidate, this was a match of the decade candidate because we have never, and when I say never, we have never seen a match like this that was not cinematic. This was not a cinematic match. This was live. It was no pre-tape, and they gave you storytelling after storytelling after storytelling. Damn near felt like I was watching fucking Lovecraft Country without sci-fi in it. Like that's what I felt like I was watching. Like they had the whole graphic, the Lovecraft Country graphic coming out of the little sides and stuff, and the eyes turning and things coming behind their back. I felt like I was watching that. And when you say Jey Uso was cussing out and doing his thing, man, if Jey Uso, first of all, Jimmy and Jey, we're moving towards a Jimmy versus Jey at WrestleMania because all he has to say is, I never quit. You made me quit because I was trying to save you. And this is how you gonna treat me? After something happens. And that's how we get a Jimmy versus Jey and a Rock versus Roman card at WrestleMania, guys. And I can't wait. And how is this going to happen? Because who was drafted to SmackDown? Jey. Who was drafted to Raw? Naomi. Who's married to Naomi? Jimmy. So they keep married couples together. So they're going to be split. And you know what? I'm here for it. Family Feud, baby. WWE style. Let's go.
Johnny, what did you think of all of the elements we used in this match? I guess the shit talking, Jimmy coming in again to try and help out. And then this is our closing image that we get, which is just like, this is some mafioso shit right here.
Yeah.
This was great stuff. And I believe in chat, producer Junior said to us, do you think Rikishi comes to help out his kids? And I said, no, I think he comes to apologize to Roman for the way kids have been treating the tribal chief. What did you think? What do you think here?
Yeah, I like that. I like that idea. Honestly, I loved it a lot. Kind of like, again, like praising is like one of the best. Like some people talk about like, again, amazing Hell in a Cell match, like all these great things. But honestly, like at the end of the day, like for me, this might be the best storyline of the year. And the reason why it's the best storyline for me of the year is because it hasn't slowed down yet. There hasn't any breaks from it. There hasn't been like some things that's come about or they've kind of like meandered or messed with it. It's literally hit all the points it need to hit. And the storytelling has been phenomenal because it's gotten to the point now where it's at the end of this, again, Jay still seems strong. The thing about it is that, like, again, going to Nice's point, he never said I quit. So we have that beauty right there. And the thing about it is that, like, now when they team up, it doesn't seem as weak. It doesn't like, oh, I'm your henchman now, or all these different things like that. It's like, no, I never said quit. And so guess what? I still got a little bit of juice in me, so it ain't that bad. And so honestly, I'm looking forward to seeing like what they're going to do, like when they team up and all come together. But also, like, what I'm looking forward to the future is like if Roman's leading the way and we got the Usos, it's like this tag team, they become like this Samoan like SWAT squad or whatever, putting the hurt on everybody. I'm looking like, fuck, man. I want to see them versus the New Day at some point when the New Day comes back together. And so that could be badass to see and everything like that. So, yeah, I got to be real. Like, honestly, it was an amazing match. And I love all the Samoan imagery from them coming out with the flowers and everything like that, paying respect to Samoan culture, to, again, the homies being on the stage when they come out at the end. Again, just putting all these elements together because Samoans have a large, prominent role in wrestling history in the United States or wrestling in the world. And so, again, it feels like they're getting their flowers right now. And it feels like over the next few months, we're going to explore more of that history. So I'm excited for it.
You know, all of these people are anointing Roman the chief. I wonder how Dwayne feels about that.
Hey, man, this is where we're going with it. We're going with the one person that had High Chief Peter Maivia. He was actually named after his grandfather, Rocky Maivia. He's at the head of the table. And this is who you're going to try. You got to challenge him, and it can't be just the one-off. It has to be. You know, we're looking at a John Cena thing. We're looking at a 2-3 year run that we're about to have. So maybe it's a Royal Rumble Mania event.
I would be down with that. That would be amazing if they could do that.
We're looking at something big. If you guys read the tea leaves and have saw what The Rock said on Hiram's video about his book when he asked him about Mania, and he was like, "Well, logically, the biggest match is me and Roman, but it's how we're gonna do it." And he said, they made a joke. It was like Vince is like, he's just gonna come down there, boom, 1, 2, 3, and then we're gonna go back, then we're gonna run it back next year. Right? It's just like Roman to squash him and then it'll run back and do it next year. And he was like, but they made the joke and he said at the end, he's like, look, it'll be my honor at the end to raise his hand and to basically officially pass that torch on to him. Yep.
Yeah.
That's it. So
the crowd not boo this time.
They would probably boo this time as well.
They're gonna boo.
I will say, just as a side note, Matthew mentions The Rock inducting Ken Shamrock into the Hall of Fame. Great stuff. I absolutely love that. That's that shows that The Rock can literally do whatever he wants. He's just like, yeah, I'll do it, and then he'll be like, hey, I want a match with Roman, and they're like, sure, yeah.
Whatever you want, Rocky.
Love it. Whatever you want, Rocky.
I give the belt to the BMF belt on UFC. I am champion Cody's promo on AEW. I do what I want. I'm The Rock.
Yep.
Absolutely.
I endorse Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. I do what I want. Go, Rock, go.
I do what I want. And what we're going to do right now is show of hands who wants to talk about this Elias Jeff Hardy match. Okay, great. Moving on. Miz taking on Otis. The winner gets the Money in the Bank contract. And we got a heel turn. Tucky comes out with Otis, says, this is my best friend. We have the match. Morrison is ejected. Otis gets hit with the briefcase by Tucker. Miz looks shocked about it. 1, 2, 3. Miz is the new Money in the Bank champion or contract holder or whatever you want to call it. And then we get a backstage promo from Tucker saying, I've held that man up our entire career. He won't be able to do anything without me. Anything. Everything is because of me. So I guess what do we two-part question for both of you. What do we think of the Miz becoming the new Mr. Money in the Bank? And what do we think of Tucker turning on Otis? There's a lot to unpack there, mainly because now they're on separate brands. So I assume this is going to be a Survivor Series match. I don't know. Neeson, what do you think?
You know what? I'm a lob this to Parker because he feels a lot of ways about this. And so I'm a lob it to Parker.
Appreciate it. Yeah, I really don't fucking like this at all. Like, honestly, it started back when they won the Money in the Bank match and everything like that, and Otis got the briefcase. And it was like, oh, so what's he gonna do with it? Well, I might use it for tag team. We'll go for the tag team gold or something like that. I was like, cool. So you're actually gonna build up the tag team division. So actually, when he cashes in, it'll be a big deal. No, you didn't fucking do that. And then throughout this whole year, he's barely been around. And so, again, you haven't ever done an actual storyline with him because if you are going to try to like push him as a single star or anything like that or do anything with him, you didn't really do it. And so you kind of dropped the ball there. And me personally, I love the Money in the Bank briefcase. I think it's one of the best storytelling elements that WWE has because being able to cash in at any time has led to so many momentous occasions, like when Seth Rollins cashed in at WrestleMania. So I'm looking forward to it. Oh, yeah, congrats. So, again, that was one of my favorite WrestleMania moments. And so the thing about it is, though, is that going into this, I'm looking like, all right, cool, so what are you going to do? And to have it go down this way where, like, Tucker turns on him, like, here. And this is, like, for real? Because, again, I actually like what they were doing on Monday Night Raw where Otis was, like, still with his boy, showed up in a green outfit, like, who the fuck is this? Oh, this is blah, blah, blah. And it's like, and he's just like, well, you know what? This will be fun. I wouldn't mind seeing this for a few weeks. Otis going down there and putting in the work, whatever. But you're going to have this Tucker heel turn here. And for that weak-ass reason, it's like, oh, he can't do anything without me. It's like, if you had to go with the actual reasons, like, he betrayed me. He got bigger than us. He didn't care about the tag team anymore. He didn't care about me. He only cared about his success, his Money in the Bank contract. That I would have been more in favor with. But what they're doing right now, motherfuck. So, yeah, I'm just really, really disappointed. And with the Biz getting the belt, I'm looking like, getting the briefcase, I'm looking like, it's cool. Like, I mean, I do like the Miz. The Miz is the homie and everything like that. And so we'll see. Like, I'm not even sure if he's going to keep it for long or if Otis might win it back in a month or so. So we'll see.
Tucker.
We will see.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, one thing we can't say, look, the Miz is money.
Yeah.
The Miz is money when it comes to Money in the Bank. And him as champion, I thought it'll be dope to see him cash in on Drew. Now we know he's probably going to cash in on Randy Orton. And like Pingle said, who was the last person that Miz cashed in on when he had Money in the Bank? Who was that?
Oh, it was Randy Orton.
Oh, Randy Orton. Exactly. And so he went on to beat Randy Orton after that and then proceeded to headline WrestleMania against John Cena and won.
Yes.
Now, will we see the grown Miz that should have been 2016 Miz. 2016 Miz should have won the world title and went on to headline a Mania because he was hot to trot, ready to on a mic. Huh?
Was that the year? Because I agree. Because Miz is like real talk. Because he's had a great run, especially with the Intercontinental.
This is my show.
Yeah.
My show.
That was the year. Yeah,
that was the second turning point for the Miz.
Yeah,
exactly.
The motherfucker's the man. Like, he literally builds up whatever he comes in contact with. You put anything near him, they literally go up a notch and become more successful. People, belts, Money in the Bank contracts, like everything.
He's money.
You don't play video games well, though, but that's a different story.
That is indeed a different
side
story.
note. Since we're on here, I'm gonna just put it out there, guys. Can we start a Among Us game thing? Can we get a Among Us going?
Yeah,
can we all just play Among Us?
Yeah.
We can do that.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, for sure.
We'll figure it out.
Among Us? Yes, they are. Okay, sorry.
We'll figure it out and we'll put it on Twitch.
There it is.
Awesome.
We'll
yeah,
do it
guys.
live on there.
You guys, we want the wrestling community to join us and play Among Us with us.
Yes, that
fun.
would be crazy. We should probably set up a Discord. Anyway, we'll talk about all that.
We'll
talk about all that later. But guys, we're here. We are here. A Hell in the Cell match for the WWE SmackDown Women's Championship. Sasha Banks defeating Bayley and becoming the new WWE SmackDown Women's Champion. I don't say this lightly. This match fucked straight up. This match was awesome. They beat the shit out of each other. Sasha Banks was doing meteoras off of everything she could find. We were doing sunset power bombs into the cage. we were doing crazy Russian drop toe holds into into Singapore canes. This match was nuts, and we were shit talking too. Especially there was at one point.
Thanks to me.
There was one point where Michael Cole said something, and Bayley was like, "I know," like said like replied to what he was saying. This match was near perfection. This is my match of the night. Honestly, I hope we never see hugging Bayley ever again. I am fully on board with a heel Bayley for the rest of time. Sasha Banks gets her day in the sun finally. I believe now she is a Grand Slam champion, which is great. And yeah, I loved this match. I thought it was just great. And and when Sasha was under the table and kicked it up in the Bayley's, come on, there's so many good spots in here. These two are so creative, and match of the night, one of my matches of the year for sure. I just talking about it, I might go up 1/4 of a point on it. I have it at 4.5 right now for anyone that cares, but
nice. Wait, a 4.5 out of 5, right?
Yes.
Wait, before Nisa, I'm just give you the stage for this. I just had a quick question. Grand Slam is when you win all the belts, but is there a term like if you win Grand Slam is when you win 3 belts or all the belts?
All of them.
Cool, yeah. Go ahead, Nisa. It's all you.
Yeah.
What a video we received.
Ladies and gentlemen, the boss, the blueprint, the standard, the GOAT, the landlord, the queen of the ring, the queen. Oh, she needs to be queen of the ring. The queen of the sale, Sasha Banks, the best wrestler on the planet. And when I say the best wrestler on the planet, I don't say that lightly. No, I know all the things they're doing in Japan. I know all the things they're doing in Jacksonville. I know all the things they're doing in Nashville. I know all the things they're doing up in California over in that desert that they had the show last time where they called coronavirus. I know all of it. Sasha Banks is the best the best wrestler on the planet. And why? Why would I say that? Now, this match right here, Penguin pointed out a lot of spots. Oh, he pointed out a lot of them. But when I say the selling that was going on and just the overall storytelling of you had one up on me and I'm going to do whatever it takes to make sure you're not going to go 2-0. And when I say whatever it takes, I mean whatever. I'm going to put you in the bank statement and I'm going to smash that chair between your neck and cut off the circulation until you tap out. And that's what she did. And when I say she had that scary moment when she fell directly on her tailbone after throwing Bayley to the cage, and then the also other scary moment, she like fell on her head, and I can't remember exactly where now because I was just like, oh my God, like that match was literally match of the year. And again, another match of the decade candidate, in my opinion, because you have these two females that went and gave it their all. When I say they're all and talk shit. And also the sweat. What happened? Neeson, Sasha Banks is 2-1 inside of Hell in a Cell. Look, Thomas, I'm not paying you no mind, dog. We're not going to even post that comment because you're trash. So what I am talking about is Sasha Banks.
He said he was happy.
I don't care. He brought up the record, okay? He brought up the record. Johnny knew. Look, we don't talk about greatness. This is greatness. She came out looking like the title. I knew she was going to win. Why? Because she looked like the title. The all white with the blue hair. You knew she was going to win. She was going up against darkness. We talk about Ali, and we're talking about the Fiend. We talk about light versus dark. No. We're talking about light versus dark with Sasha and Karen Bayley. That's what it was. Bayley over there looking like dark Karen. I'm evil. I'm gonna call the police on you. No. The light showed up. And what light was it? It was the blue light. It was the boss light. It was the Sasha Banks, the best wrestler on the planet. And goddamn it, this wasn't match of the night, match of the year, and like I said, match of the decade candidate and shit. I don't know what else. I may stop watching wrestling after that. Does it get better than that? Can it get better than that? I don't know. We may need to see Kenny Omega versus Sasha Banks, and maybe, and just maybe, Kenny Omega won't squash another black wrestler in 5 seconds. I don't know, but that's another story for another day, isn't it?
Johnny?
All right, sorry, I'm still reading the comments. Oh my gosh. Okay, first off, gosh damn. All right. So Decent said it all, and honestly, this is an amazing match. And one thing about it is just well deserved. It is well fucking deserved. Like, it took so long for her to get here and everything like that to get her proper respect. And the only thing that I'm looking to now is she needs to make sure that this reign lasts longer than a month, because that's been the goddamn problem all the fucking time. Is that these reigns only last a goddamn month, and some mishap or some bullshit always happens. So they just need to make sure this is a long ass reign, and she gives her respect, and she gets to run with this title and have great matches and put up other people and everything like that. 2, fucking shit, Bayley. Gosh fucking damn. 1, I love your ring gear tonight, because you were still using that old Bayley ring gear for a long time, and honestly just didn't look right. But honestly, the ring gear you had on tonight, motherfuckers coming out with some trainers and everything like that. Damn, this actually fits better with your character. So 1, the ring gear looked good. 2, fucking shit, Bayley, props. You have made me a believer in your character. It just took a long ass time, because when you first started doing it, you weren't comfortable with it. We were uncomfortable with it. We're just like, Rrr. But that shit has come full circle. So props to her. So that shit's dope as hell. And honestly, again, I'm just really excited. It was really dope. And then of course, got to give out a shout out to Sasha Banks' husband, put together also ring gear for Sasha. And I know
he did make the ring gear. He did, but
he knows we don't bring him up on this show. We know that. You know what you did. Don't act like you don't know what you did. Don't act like you don't know.
Oh, no. And also, Thomas Franco, thanks for being a great heel, because the faces are only as good as the heels. So thanks for being a great heel for us, Thomas Franco.
Sure.
Yeah, we can talk about that. How about we talk about this one right here? Look. They know as well as we know that Sasha Banks versus Bianca Belair is the money match that everybody wants to see. So she's gonna hold that title. Or look, honestly, I really want her to. I want this feud to end at TLC in the main event, in a TLC match. Sasha versus Bayley, TLC match. Sasha's on top of the ladder holding the belt. Royal Rumble, Sasha versus Bianca Belair, or maybe Sasha versus Bianca Belair at Mania. Whatever the case may be, that's what I'm hoping for, because that's what's money. And I also want Sasha so she needs to be put in a position to where she can have a legit title reign, since she hasn't had one. She is the best wrestler, and yet she has not had a legit title reign. And so this is that moment, and this is that time where she holds that belt onto Mania season and actually passes it on or puts over that next standard, the EST of WWE, the strongest, the fastest, the quickest, the tallest, all the things. Bianca Belair. Because she's that chick.
Absolutely.
Yep.
All right, let's move on. We had do
we have to? Oh, I'm sorry. Go
ahead. We don't have to. If you want to sit in the moment a little longer, that's fine.
Well, look, hey, look at that. Look at that beauty. Look at that beauty.
Stepping on a back.
Look at that
done
beauty.
With you. All right. So up next, we had a match between Bobby Lashley and Slapjack. For the United States Championship. We're gonna talk about Retribution a little bit more here after we're done with Hell in a Cell, but straight up, just a preview of what we're gonna talk about. These guys look like fucking jobbers, and I hate it. It's awful, and we'll talk about it a little more. I mean, I think one of the announcers said, "Oh, they're just gonna wait to reveal their true selves," or something like that. Let's just do that now, because this ain't it.
Mm-hmm.
Does anyone have any other thoughts on this 4-minute match?
Like I said, Ali and Mia Yim were the winners out of that match, because I get that they look like jobbers, but it's really given Ali's chops and just the way how strong Ali just looks, just the promo they cut in backstage in the beginning, and they zoomed in on his. Ali is a star, dog. I don't know. I don't know what people, I get people are saying they're jobbers, but if we get one thing out of this, is two things. Ali's a star, and Mia Yim is a star. Standing behind him in that whole promo, your eyes was on Ali, and they were on Mia Yim. Those two. That's it. You even saw Paper Plate Man, and you didn't even care about Paper Plate Man, right? So, like,
no.
if we get anything out of this, we get those two being a star, and I am for it. And I can't wait until this all crumbles apart and we get them two at the end of it all. It's a beautiful thing, and I'm with it.
Yeah. I same. Like, honestly, that would be the only good thing that comes from it. Honestly, the other person who came out looking good was Bobby Lashley as well. Like, this is honestly one of the best I've seen Bobby in the middle. Like, when he does that come off the rope thing, going into old boy hard in the corner, I was like, oh, fuck, shit. That's in your repertoire? Like, think about it, that, like, I love what I'm seeing from Bobby Lashley now, this new aggression that everything's coming out, and him being with the Hurt Business is just, like, building that whole crew up and everything. So, honestly, like, I think they're all coming out winners right now, everybody in the Hurt Business. And even with this feud with Retribution, while Mia and Ali are looking good and everything like that, the rest of the crew needs to, like, step up. But the Hurt Business is not being hurt by this at all. This is helping them get over more and more and making me more a fan of them. And so, after they're done with Retribution, I want to see what they can do next. I want to see who they go up against, like what other belts are going to go after. Because the fact he put the belt on the line, which is like, yeah, belt's on the line. I'm not winning this shit. I'm not losing this shit. The fuck's wrong with you? Goes out, retains, comes back like a boss. I'm like, fuck, man. Her Business is doing great things.
Can we talk about that punch that Cedric Alexander threw on Monday night when he came through the crowd and delivered the Jamie Foxx Ice Cube punch? Boom! And walked away. It was amazing, guys. It was incredible. He definitely threw that punch before. That was not that was off memory. That was the thing of like, yeah, I remember those days because he came through. Bam! It was great, guys. Against Titus, that's he hit Titus, and Titus failed. It was great. Poor Titus.
Poor Titus.
Poor Titus.
He just wanted to be in the group.
Yeah, just wanted to be in a group. He just wanted to be a part of the cool kids.
Absolutely.
Speaking of cool kids,
main event time. Randy Orton versus Drew McIntyre for the WWE Championship. Randy Orton defeats Drew McIntyre. The reign of Drew McIntyre has come to an end. That's a great visual. That's like the Andre the Giant filming we're doing right there, making it look taller than we are. Anyway, I thought this match was fine. I don't really know if I have anything glowing about it. I just thought it was a fine match. I'm fine with Randy winning the title. We like Randy Orton here. Maybe this is his last full run as champion. We don't know, but yeah, I don't really have a lot to say about it, honestly.
I think this is a wait to see. I think this is one of those things where, it's a restart on something. So it's kind of like this is not a Sasha Banks thing where like everybody's clamoring for it and it finally happens. And now we're like, yeah, like now we're knee deep in it. We're gonna, this is just like, all right, we're resetting and let's see where we go. We got Miz and Raw needs to do that, right? Raw is the show we talked about last week that is the quote unquote now the land of opportunity, and it's a hard reset on a lot of things. And so what do you do when you need a reset? You have a new champion. And now you have a new champion. Also, you got a new contender with the Money in the Bank. And then now you have a hungry, incredible Drew McIntyre. And I mean, honestly, I want Drew McIntyre to go to NXT UK and headline an NXT UK show against Walter, win the world title, and have Wayne Barrett and Drew McIntyre headline a main event in NXT UK. That's what I want. And that's what I hope. I know it's not going to happen because, Vince loves his people right here. But that's what I want, man.
Well, I think Ilya Dragunov might have something to say about that title change, but that's for a different show that we will never record. Neeson, you got a question here. Do you think Randy Orton will tie Ric Flair and John Cena as 16-time world champion?
Never, because Randy Orton isn't John Cena. As great as Randy Orton is, and how the the longevity he has and the credibility he brings to the title, he would never be ready. He would never be John Cena. Undertaker wasn't John Cena or Randy or Ric Flair or even Triple H at that matter. And Undertaker's longevity and him giving back to multiple people, it's not it. You think so? You think he'll win? Think he'll beat Walter on Thursday? You think?
I don't know, man. I love Ilya Dragunov, and I
like him too, man.
I'm just glad he's getting the opportunity. That guy he's
a beast.
When I'll wipe down some Blu-rays and give them to you, you got to see Shingo Takagi versus Ilya Dragunov from Bola a couple of years back. Holy crap! Anyway,
yeah. Go ahead, Parker.
So I was gonna say, so this is the same. Like the match was kind of okay and everything like that, but I'm low key looking forward to like after this. Well, one, Randy does deserve this because Randy's been doing a good job all fucking year putting everybody over. Like he's arguably been the best heel in the company. Like he's been putting in hella work, getting people over, putting on great matches. Even when he loses, he still comes out looking great. So it's like this is giving him the respect he needs. And low key, this actually, some people forget, we're about to have Survivor Series next. And last year's Survivor Series, we did champions versus champions. And so we did a lot of three-way matches. So again, we can potentially get a three-way match again if we do decide that, with maybe Randy versus Roman versus Finn. If he heals up in time for it, that shit could be fucking phenomenal and crazy. Like,
oh my God.
Exactly. So the thing about it is that like going to Survivor Series, we've got a lot of potential for a lot of great storylines. And so that's going to be awesome. And Randy having this belt, I don't know if we can keep it to Royal Rumble. Who cares? Like he deserves to have a nice run with it. He's re-signed for a 5-year deal recently and everything like that. So fuck it. Let him have his run and have some fun time going to Royal Rumble because the Royal Rumble is when we kick off WrestleMania season. So fuck it. Let him have a blast.
We do have a question from a little while ago that I want to get to right now. Do you guys think that it's going to be Fiend Randy Orton? Is that where we're headed right now as revenge for when Randy beat him for his championship? You think that's where we're going next with the Fiend?
I don't think so. I think you could set that up. I mean, it's not far away. It's not far fetched, but I also think that you're gonna have a little time in between that. I think having a Miz as champion and the Fiend and Alexa Bliss chasing Miz is more entertaining on the entertainment side than we're gonna have the Fiend chasing Randy Orton.
Yeah, because it's also like if the Fiend goes after Randy, what do you turn Randy into? Like,
guys,
very true.
Yeah. Guys. What if? Hear me out. What if the Miz cashes his Money in the Bank in on Finn Balor and becomes the NXT champion? Like what if the Miz becomes NXT champion and he goes in and he has to wrestle in the Fight Club cage?
I mean, if he brings Morrison with him, I think that's interesting for both of those guys.
That turns NXT into not a serious fighting. That turns them into entertainment.
It does.
That would be interesting.
And that's the one thing they're missing. They are missing star power.
When does Miz and Mrs. When does that air? Does that air on Wednesdays?
Soon.
Does it air on Wednesdays though?
I think Tuesdays, isn't it? It's Tuesdays because it used to be on right after SmackDown.
That's right. If it aired on Wednesday, I'd say it's a done deal. Like he could claim he's the king of Wednesday.
Oh, that'd be dope.
Yeah.
Anyway, USA, call me, USA.
Right.
I like it
on Thursdays. On Thursdays.
Oh, Thursday. I like it, but the only reason why is that I'm not like jumping on board because I think it's dope. But I think it only works if the NXT champions on TV every week. It's just like we talked about. Miz is fucking money. Like having him around is entertainment. He builds up the brand. He builds up everything he's around. The thing about NXT is though, their champions aren't there every fucking week. Like you might get Io Shirai this week. The next week she's going to be gone, and then they'll just talk about somebody's compete with her, and then Finn might not be there, or at least maybe like cut a promo. Or they'll talk about it.
Hold on. I have the shittiest, most Miz thing that would ever happen if he did this. He'd show up on NXT and be like, "Where's your world champion? Oh, he's not here. Here's my briefcase. Give me my championship." And they have to give him the championship. And then Finn once again goes, "I didn't lose the championship."
Oh my gosh, that'd be disrespectful as hell, Finn.
Finn goes. Right. Good evening, good night, ladies.
Mic drop.
Finn, I continue that. Finn goes to Raw. Finn wins Money in the Bank. Finn goes to Raw. Finn wins Money in the Bank and cashes in on whoever's the champion of Raw. And now we have the complete redemption story of Finn Balor.
I like it.
You get the Money in the Bank contract.
It'll come back around.
Yeah, it comes back.
Like months ago.
Yeah. Oh. Like, he fights, he feels, he does his thing, and and then boom, he goes to Raw after Mania.
Poor Finn.
Dude, that would be so good. And it would immediately make Finn a face again.
Yep.
Which NXT needs. Face. Yes, NXT needs those. Hey, yeah. I'm an ideas man. WWE, let's go. Come on. Just stop. It's been like 25 years. Just give me a call. I'll just sit in the back of the room. You guys can write whatever you want. And then you go, John, what do you think? And then we'll just take it from there. I mean,
there it is.
I mean, honestly, I think they should just hire THS Wrestling to write.
Yes.
Just give us the greatest 1 hour of wrestling on television.
Yes, dude. Live. Give me 205.
And we could make a killing. We'd make a killing.
And it would just be us making the decisions because Johnny doesn't know what that show is. So it's great.
Tell you what, make all decisions. I'll be the evil general manager. I'm like, wait, I have to work here? Is this even a fucking show? When do we air?
Perfect.
Do not talk about Mansoor like that, okay? Do not talk about that. Mansoor is a saint, and he should be treated as such.
All right, I think Thomas might be baiting me here, but we got one more question before we go into everything. What do you think of the Undertaker celebrating his 30th anniversary at Survivor Series? He's going to be at the show.
I don't think about it.
I don't either. I honestly just please go away. Just go away.
I think they ran Undertaker's name through the dirt for clout so much this year that I can't take a break. Like, give me, if you want to run somebody's name through the dirt for clout, give me a John Cena like anniversary or something. Give me man, that's the only other, like, they run Eddie Guerrero's name, they run all these other legends' name. Like, they don't really mention Cena. And Cena's still, they don't give Cena his roses while he's still here. And they should, because that guy carried the back. I know I'm going on a Cena right now, but for 15 years, this guy carried the company on his back. For 15 years. That is unheard of. And won't be heard of again. Like, take Roman now. Roman's gone in like 3 years, max. Gone.
Oh, yeah. Once he learns how to act and read lines, oh, yeah, he's out.
He got new teeth. Fuck acting and reading lines. He's done. He's out of here. He's
gone.
He's new
teeth. See you later.
He was in a David Spade movie. He's out of here.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, on his way.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh God.
He's in a Rock. He actually read for lines for The Rock, and the studio loved him.
What?
Yeah. That's how he got the thing. He didn't even say a word in it, but The Rock said, he was like, he made him read for the line, and he didn't tell him that they was his cousin. And the studio came back, was like, we want this guy. And he was like, oh, that's my cousin. He was like, oh, well, even better. So let's say he's out of here, guys. He is out of here. So celebrate these guys while they can. Can we get a Roman Reigns anniversary documentary? Can we get a Sasha Banks anniversary documentary? Can we get a Bailey anniversary documentary? Like, there's so many things that we could get now, and we consistently get the Undertaker shoved down our fucking throats every time we turn around. I'm tired of it.
Yeah,
puts a smile on my face that everybody is finally sick of this guy.
Yeah, because low-key, you can tell it's a cash grab too, because if they were actually doing planning, they would have this lined up they would have aired his documentary later, and this would have lined up with the ending of his documentary. So it would have ended on his anniversary. The last episode would have aired that night of Survivor Series. That would have been like putting the icing on top of the cake. That shows you it's a cash grab and they're just trying to stretch it out. I mean, I get it. Undertaker's he has a large fan base. You want to make as much money as you can off of him, but at the same time, I'm like, to Nisha's point, there's a lot of other people. There's a grip load of other people you could be praising that you need to be talking about on a regular basis.
Let's get a Brooklyn Brawler documentary.
Oh, man, I watch that.
We can get a lot of things, a lot. But Jeff Jarrett was on a pre-show.
Yes, he was.
Get a Jeff Jarrett documentary.
Fighting with Booker T about their WCW feud. Mwah, mwah, love it, absolutely love it. All right, here it is. This is the comment. Let's get a Kurgan anniversary show. Neeson, what do you think Kurgan's doing right now?
I think he's doing this.
All right, let's move on because something huge happened on NXT, and dare I say, it might save NXT from itself. We have new tag team champions, you guys. Danny Burch, Oney Lorcan weren't even supposed to be in the match, but somehow the rest of the Undisputed Era got attacked and they couldn't be in the match, so they stepped in. And who should help those two win the tag team titles? One Pat McAfee, he was wearing like a Cobra Commander mask. Is that Cobra Commander? Who's the guy who has the silver mask? I don't know things. But what I do know is this is smart. This is fantastic. Pat McAfee being with, I call them the Brit-Am Brawlers because I believe that's what McGinnis called them. This is great stuff. And we are headed towards, they'll get one more. I don't know who it'll be. We'll discuss. This has the makings of War Games.
War Games.
For sure. Undisputed Era versus whatever Pat McAfee will eventually call his group. The promo he cut after they went off air is great. I love Pat McAfee. I'm very excited for this. And that's the only guy that is believable in my mind to have Undisputed Era turn face against, in my opinion, is this asshole. And I love it.
Yeah.
Guys, when after Pat McAfee show, I know I didn't say anything news break when I was like, yeah, Pat McAfee isn't done in the WWE. But what I did say was he is the biggest heel instantly in WWE and one of the top people on the mic and should be treated as such right after that match and after those promos that was handed to him. And ladies and gentlemen, when he revealed himself, I got all giddy inside and I was like, this is the NXT that we love and that we needed to come back, because it is the perfect blend of their demographic and the tone of NXT and also entertainment. Mm-hmm. Adam Cole can't do entertainment by himself. But with Pat McAfee, we're about to see Chugs, aka Adam Cole. Mm-hmm. Left, right, up, down. Yeah, okay. Yeah, up, down. We're about to see some amazing promos. We're about to see some amazing work, and no disrespect to Oney Lorcan and
Danny Burch. Because
those guys could go as well, and they deserve it. They've been battling for those tag team titles for quite some time, and I'm happy that they finally got their just due. So kudos to them. But boy, oh boy, whoever is that fourth person, it's gonna be great.
Yeah. And I mean, speaking of that, Johnny, who do you think rounds out this stable to join them to fight Undisputed Era? I have an idea. I dropped it in chat. We'll talk about that in a minute, but I want to know who you think it would be.
Okay, so first, I just want to give respect to Breezango because I'm proud of those guys for the nice work they have, and I'm happy they got their respect and their flowers because both those guys can go and fucking have them around is fucking amazing. So that was dope as hell. Now, as far as who's going to be real with you, I think it might be two people because here's the thing. Well, I give all respect to Pat McAfee, and Pat McAfee is dope as hell and everything like that, and he proved that when he did that match. War Games is a different story, though. And here's the reason why I'm
War Games.
And so the thing about it is, though, is like if he comes out last, it could work. But if he goes out there like first or anything like that, I'm like, damn, do you have like the ring IQ to be part of this at this stage of the game yet? Because that's a lot of spots, a lot of communicating, a lot of different things like that. So I see more of him as like maybe like a manager role, putting together 2 more people into this faction and them going, and then he's around and they pull him in at the end of the match, like fight and beat up and shit like that. But I'm not quite sure he's ready yet to be in War Games. So I think it might be 2 people. 2 people need to be prepared. This is me. I think it might be.
Okay. No. Go ahead.
Don't disrespect the brand like that.
I'm sorry. I respect Pat McAfee. Motherfucker's a millionaire. He's made $1 million with what he say 8 different industries. But I'm just like, that just takes a minute though. So I need to see more. I've only seen 1 match. Now, as far as who can join and be part of that, shit. What's the homie's name? I'll always make fun of the homeless grappler.
I mean, Justin, the Wrestling Classic just dropped it.
That's what I said, Timothy Thatcher. Yeah, so
that's also a very good point.
Yeah, I can see Thatcher being part of this for sure. That would be dope as hell. After that, I'd be interested to see. I'd be interested to see. Go ahead.
I'm surprised you didn't pick your boy, Cameron Grimes.
But the thing with Cameron Grimes is he can cut his own promos. So I don't think he really needs help in that. Timothy Thatcher would be an interesting pick for sure. For me, I think we need to go back to there was a point in time when Undisputed Era was just beating up people backstage. And I believe one of the people they beat up and threw in a garbage can, I believe, was the Time Splitter, Kushida.
Yeah.
And Kushida has a new attitude, and we need to get him out of that feud with Velveteen Dream.
I was gonna say, you guys are gonna hate me. You're gonna hate me.
You think it should be Velveteen
Dream? The internet's gonna hate me. But it should be Velveteen Dream. It really should. You put Pat McAfee, the hot take, basically college king, next to hot heat Velveteen Dream, and then you have other. It doesn't matter who the other 2 are, and you have those 4. You're looking at some promo exchanges, some legit talk, and then also you get Velveteen and Adam Cole locking horns again.
What is Ciampa up to? I mean, Ciampa would be there are a lot of people that they could get, but I think Ciampa's already there. We need to elevate some people.
Elevate somebody. Yeah.
I think that's what needs to happen. So, I mean, Kushida's already on his way. I think Thatcher is a good idea as well.
I said Austin Theory.
Austin Theory would be, I mean, the man who quit, and man, I hope that's not kayfabe. Just get the fuck out of here, you. Anyways, but no, I mean, that could be another person, I guess.
Austin Theory being what again, he fits the Pat McAfee brand, right? Like
he does.
That will be, that's legit. If he quits and Pat McAfee is like, hey, look, come being part of the brand, man.
Yeah.
I got you.
Exactly. We make you $1 million. Honestly, remember, I watched the Hulu version where they edit shit out and they only keep the stuff they deem important. And they left in that whole Austin Theory bit where he goes to his car and says, I quit, I'm done. And so it looks like they got plans for that. So honestly,
the Hulu version is on Netflix, is on NXT?
Yeah, Hulu and Raw on NXT. SmackDown now. Okay. But they edit stuff out though. And so they edit out stuff they deem unimportant. That's how I can tell, like, oh, they don't give a fuck about these people. So yeah, Austin Theory would kind of really, really work in that group because they're putting him on this like huge loss train right now.
Yeah, Austin Theory is also putting in. He's putting in work in the group chats and the DMs. I mean, just look his name up. I'm sure you'll see it.
Yeesh. Yeah.
What
guys,
stage of consent again?
Make sure you're okay. I knew that was coming. I mean, 16 in some states, unfortunately. 16 in some states. Yeah.
Okay. Talking about something about Romeo and Juliet law. Transformers did that, but yeah.
Yeah.
They were also robots in disguise, not human beings. But all right, let's move on.
It's getting dirty.
Retribution, they had their first match on Raw, and they promptly lost via tap out, which is also, that's great. And then after the match, the Fiend came back and beat the shit out of all of them. Not, in my opinion, a great look for our new big bad stable of rebels who don't like the way WWE. This is a bad look, in my opinion. I think like the attacking by the Fiend is weird. I don't think that really needed to happen. I don't know. It just makes them look weak, in my opinion. They did a very good job with Ali tonight, and all of his promos since the turn have been great. But, I mean, these are your guys. You built them up. You built up the stable. We spent so much TV time, pay-per-view time on these guys. We gave them new names. We gave them like top of the line, like, you know, we got some guys from Hollywood to make these masks, these beautiful masks for them. Oh my goodness. Only the best masks for a paper plate man. And they're tapping out on Raw and then getting the shit kicked out of them by one person, one being afterwards. Yes, that was my face. After this. So what do we think? Retribution, what are we doing? Yeah, Kenny, I agree. Anybody?
I mean that was my response, guys. Look, Retribution, I think this is for Ali, and like I said, Ali and Mia Yim are the winners to me so far in this. Unfortunately, Dio Madden, Donovan Dijakovic, and Shane Thornton. Look, Shane Thornton had a bad match today. It was bad. It wasn't good. He did a lot of non-great things. So did a lot of non-lucha things.
Yeah.
So, like I said, I think it's just over, man. I think we're gonna see. We're gonna see. But they dropped a little tidbit, and one of the promos was like, or like you said, and the announcer saying like maybe they eventually like reveal themselves or something like that.
Yeah, it was a very just like.
Yeah, but I think it's something to that, and so I think we'll finally get there, and it's gonna evolve into something else. But look, I don't think it's anything to spend time with right now. Honestly, like to me, it's nothing to think about besides the only thing we should focus on is how dope the Fiend and Alexa Bliss are working together.
Whoo!
Yeah. Yes,
that's it.
Loki looking like a comic book coming to life. Real Joker and Harley. And doing good shit too with it too. And but the thing about it is though, where's Bike Lock right now? Bike Lock's on fucking protest until we win something. I'm sorry. Bike Lock likes winning championships. He's from Detroit. He's got a taste of gold before. And so the thing about it is though, Bike Lock don't like losing like this. So Bike Lock's not a big part of this. And so until we win, Bike Lock's on protest. And that's the problem with Retribution right now is that to be a group, you've got to win and dominate and do some shit. When Undisputed Era came up, to John's point, they beat up everybody in the back. When the Shield came up, they would do that split across, go in the ring, and whoop the fuck out of everybody. And so when groups show up, the Nexus, to this day, one of the best beatdowns of all time, beat up everybody. And so the thing about it is that they need to win, actually do something, and that gives some legitimacy to them. But right now, they don't have that. They keep losing all the time. Like right now, I keep looking at their match like, is Kurt Hawkins in this group? That would explain a lot. And so that's kind of the problem right now is that like they keep losing. Once they start winning and start doing some things, it can come up. But right now, not so much. Another problem with it too is that like, here's the thing. I like what they're giving a chance to do with me and Yim and Ali, but the thing about this is that like if you're not going to do anything with these guys, like come the fuck on. Like this could have been a women's match right here that could have got spotlight tonight as well, another women's match instead of just the one. So if you're not going to figure out what to do with these guys, take them off TV for a while till you do, and give some more spotlight to like some of these women who deserve a chance.
I mean, but that one was great.
Yeah, and great. I mean, I think you can't take them off TV. I think, and you make a good point. I mean, I know Bike Lock isn't coming around until they win something.
For real. This is what we're doing now. This is what we're doing.
But I think
past traumas.
That might also be Ali's rule is you want to reveal your true self. Why don't you win something first? Like I've been here. I've won. You've done nothing. You guys have done nothing. So maybe that's what it is. And maybe it seems like a group now, but maybe as time goes on, it'll be a little more leadership from Ali, and then people can remove their masks when they start winning.
Yeah.
All right. Let's move on here to AEW. We're going to do very quick because we're over an hour right now, but we'll talk about Le Dinner de Debonair a lot. But I do want to mention Eddie Kingston needs to be on TV every single week. He needs to be reacting to people who are not even in a program with him. Everything they did with him was amazing. They showed his promo that went off the air last week. Then Moxley cut a promo against him. Then he cut a rebuttal promo. Then he was on commentary. It was great. And I cannot tell you how excited I am for Kingston Moxley at Full Gear. I Quit match for the world title. This is great shit here. And I'm very excited for it. And I'm sure we all are too. But my next question is, we're getting another match at Full Gear. The Young Bucks versus FTR for the AEW Tag Team Championship. They won the fatal 4-way match. Do you guys think it's too soon is my question.
It's a lot. One, the guy in Dark Order that got concussed that they just kept wrestling over and that they had to pull to the side and they just kept, and then they continued to try to pull a bulldog move on them. AEW needs to get their whole concussion game right, and they need to get it right ASAP. This is the second time that we've saw this with Matt Hardy. And like I said, I thought Matt Hardy thing was a work because why would you shoot that and do that thing? But you don't even play the audiences like that. But then when you have something real like that, he was clearly unconscious.
He was unconscious. It was scary.
And they kept wrestling over him. And then they pull him to the side just to get a force a tag. And then the guy took a bullet. Like, bad. It was all bad. Is it too soon? No, it's not. I think now you took a year. You spent time building your other tag teams and your other stars, which you didn't. But I think now's the time you put a trigger on the elite needs to be the actual elite of the company. You have these stars. You want to pull in the big ratings. You tried the whole building stars up. Cool. Awesome. Let's get Kenny Omega the main title. Let's get Young Bucks tag team titles, and now we're having Young Bucks finally versus FTR in front of actual fans. So whether it's little fans or not, I think it's going to be one hell of a show, and let's move towards it. This is definitely going to be a 3-part series. Also, the Power Rangers villain that was like the Clockmasters or the Clockworks one. When they were like, they were like little works. That's what this reminds me of when you look at their eyes and the little sockets. I forget that season of the villain's name, but that's when Rita went to her dad's ship and they was like doing things. Yeah, but that's what that reminds me of every time I see it. Go ahead, B. Parker.
Nice, good reference. Nice reference. Same, because the thing about it is it too soon? No, not at all. Because as Neeson touched on at the end there, we know how this is going to be. Both of these tag teams have strong history in like Japanese wrestling, which is always like this is going to be a multi-part series. It's not done at 1, it's not done at 2, maybe 3 or more. So the thing about it is that we know this is going to go at least 3 matches, and we'll see a lot of great storytelling turn over this period of time. And so, no, it's not too soon because now we can finally get this started, and they can start like put some momentum behind it, everything like that, build up the tag team division, build up the Young Bucks. Because again, as we talked about, and Nisa just pointed out, the thing about it is those that like the Young Bucks, Kenny should be kind of like the face of this company to help take it to that next level. And so, honestly, it's about time for that to start happening. And I'm looking forward to it because, again, we just came off the 1-year anniversary. And that 1 year, they did build up a few individual stars. Sammy came out of this looking nicely. Darby's come out of this looking nicely. OJ is again, Orange Cassidy's coming out looking nicely and everything like that. Again, they still got work to do with some other people. But
I mean, best friends, too. I thought they built them pretty well. They didn't win.
Best friends are great, but where's Orange Cassidy at now? Where's Darby at now? Like, Darby? You have Cody Actor Rhodes shitting on both of them. And look, man, if we could got Cody, he's a great actor.
That's goddamn poor Cody. But here's the thing though, I'm just going by like what I've seen throughout the year. What are they doing with them right now? That's a good question because they need to be put at the forefront because Orange Cassidy, as we've talked about, has a lot of like authentic like movement going on. Like people who are into wrestling know who this cat is, are sharing his memes. But I'm looking at it throughout the year, it's like cool, you've done enough like getting these guys over and everything like that. Now put the stars where they need to be and everything like that. Start taking this company to the next level. But yeah, they do need to be better by Darby and by Orange and by like these guys and keep giving them pushes and everything like that. Sammy does have a match though against Matt Hardy, that deletion match, which could be interesting.
Hopefully. I mean, I don't know. I mean, there was a lot of other stuff that happened on AEW, but the thing we're going to talk about, which everyone was talking about, was Le Dinner Debonair between MJF and Chris Jericho. This started out as them legitimately getting dinner and then trying to one up each other with how rare their steaks were. And at first I was like, this is very weird and I don't like it. And I can't believe I'm going to say this. And then they started singing. And we got a full-on Broadway show and dance from these guys. And I was laughing the entire time. I couldn't believe MJF could sing so well. Yeah. I think is another thing I came away with from it. And I know a lot of people didn't like this. And I mean, I am not one of those people. I actually really enjoyed this. I thought it was very funny. Did it go a little long? Yeah. Did it need an entire segment? No, because one thing that we've talked about is AEW needs to have more women's matches on their programming. So yes, a women's match could have gone in this place, but I feel like there was something else that happened during this where they could, oh, I know what it was. Well, where we could have had a women's match was we could have got rid of Darby Allin's fucking avant-garde bullshit and we could have had an actual match.
Oh, the body bag.
Does that do anything for anyone? Ooh, it's in black and white and he's spooky. Like, I don't give a shit. I know who you are. Get in the ring and wrestle. Stop fucking hanging out with Steve-O. I don't give a shit. You got an entire women's roster and we're not using them. Anyway, I enjoyed Le Dinner Debonair. I enjoyed this face as well, but I enjoyed Le Dinner Debonair. Johnny, what did you think of this?
Fucking hilarious. Looking in the chat right now, I saw the same thing as the class you just posted. It gave me total like Family Guy vibes with the Broadway musical and everything like that. I thought it was funny as hell. Same thing, didn't know MJF could sing. It was funny, again, like them dancing and then dropping the dance girls on the floor. And then I love the whole end of the segment because we start off with them like, who can order the rarest steak? And then it both comes out pretty much just raw meat and they're poking it like, well, that was a mistake. Like, yeah. It was just fun. And honestly, it goes to what we always talk about, like the cool thing about wrestling is sports entertainment. Not only are you athletic and doing these amazing things in the ring and all these like physical like attributes not everybody can do, but they're also just entertaining as well with fun storylines and little tidbits like this. And this is that entertainment aspect. It's like, fuck, this is why I tune in. This is why I love wrestling. This is why I've been watching wrestling all these years. So honestly, I thought it was fucking brilliant. I thought it was hilarious. I thought it was a blast. Maybe you went on too long. I don't know. Me personally, I love steak like this. I'm also the guy who loved the Money in the Bank garbage monster and everything like that with the Viking Raiders and everything like that and Street Profits. I thought that shit was amazing. So honestly, for me, this is right in my alley and it was perfect.
Neeson, I actually was this too WWE for you?
To WWE, no. Was it WWE? Yes. Was it supposed to be WWE? Yes. I have now. AEW now stands for All Entertainment Wrestling to me, and in a positive way, because this is exactly what they needed. Unfortunately, this is also what's going to be their Achilles heel. They came in saying, we're going to take wrestling serious, and it's about wins, and it's about blah, 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 and blah, 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 and the females and they failed at all of that shit. They forget that this is professional wrestling. We are watching a television show. We are here to be entertained and to see some competitive matches that is told in an art form. Professional wrestling. So when you do stuff like this is professional wrestling. This is the things that keeps people talking about the next day. This is the water cooler moments. This is the trending moments. These are the things they need to do consistently. And so to WWE, no, right on point, yes. And why? And it's not a coincidence that the person that was a part of that was Chris Jericho. Because if Chris Jericho knows one thing, he knows professional wrestling. And that comes with the entertainment side of it. It's, hey, why not try this? Hey, why not do this? And this is what we're getting. And the reason why we're seeing a lot of backlash from the internet from it is because this is why I stay off of wrestling Twitter, because everybody's all mad. Like, oh, what about the windfalls? What about this? You said you was going to do this. And also, on the same token, you had on the same night, the one person that you touted for being the diversity and the most inclusive women's roster was beat in a squash match with no offense in like 5 minutes.
It's like 2.
2 minutes.
That was a V trigger and a one-winged angel, and that was it.
And what was the point of that? Now we know that
no idea.
So this was supposed to be for a match. This was supposed to be for a title shot for a tournament for the number one contender for the title shot. If Joey Janela was entered in the tournament, we know Joey Janela is not. We know he's not has a chance to be a number one contender, right? But you telling me he was just going to get V-triggered in One Wing Angel? So is everybody that Kenny Omega is going to face is going to get V-triggered in One Wing Angel? And if so, what you do is not have the one person that you had as the face of the inclusive and diversity and all and plus they use both pronouns. She is a great wrestler. Dog. She's a great wrestler. So why would you do this? That's my thing. So when you have the thing of the entertainment side on one side that went too long in some people's eyes, and I was too goofy and I was too entertaining, they wanted more serious things, and then you flip to the Kenny Omega thing, and then you're not even fulfilling that side. It's like your AEW keeps shooting themselves in the foot. They literally are holding themselves back. NXT is not even in their rear view at the moment. They got to work on getting people over. And NXT just shooting themselves in the foot and not taking that extra leap. And I want them to take that extra leap. But, hey.
Damn.
And I mean, Joey Janela out for COVID reasons, and Rey Fenix will not be competing this week due to injury. So it's going to be Pentagon. So it could happen again. They could just do that one more time, and Kenny Omega could just whisk his way to the finals, I guess, to face Hangman Adam Page.
The cleaner.
The cleaner. What an intro, though. I mean,
what an intro.
If they wanted to put the point across where he's going, we know exactly where Kenny Omega's going.
Are you ready to go? Are you ready to go?
All right. I think we are ready to go.
You caught it. That's why,
guys. Top of the 9th, 4-2 Dodgers, 1 on, 2 out.
Oh.
We have Mookie Betts, the fucking man, up to bat right now.
Come on, guys. Come on over to the dark side where everything is light over here. Because why? Because gold shines, baby. Gold shines.
All right.
Yes. I want the Dodgers to win, so I buy me some of those baseball caps with the World Series win on the side. I just want them to win for that reason. I'm gonna buy like 3.
No, all we need is the Rams to come in and do their thing as they've been doing, and we're good. We're good.
There you go. You guys got anything to plug? All of our social medias they're right here. They're right there.
Yeah, you can find me here. Also in a session November 4th, we start back up and finish our second half of the season, which is exciting. Again, I keep saying, guys, if you have any creatives, I'm talking about rappers, singers, dancers, artists, blah, 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 anything, please DM them me. Let me know what they do, and let's figure out how we could get them on in a session, maybe season 1 still, or maybe season 2 in a bigger and better place. So, yeah, we're already working on season 2, and we're already talking about bigger and better places on your television screen. So,
Nice.
Yeah, man, that's where, and also Stay Fly Life. You can just follow me there so we can talk about the GOAT, the blueprint, the standard, the boss, the landlord, the queen of the sale, the SmackDown Women's Champion, Sasha Banks.
Johnny, what do you got?
Shout out to Intercession Season 2. Looking forward to that. That's going to be dope. Congrats. For me, Bada bing, bada bing, bada bing, bada bing, bada boom. You know I write comics, and I'm actually dropping a comic for sure this Tuesday on Webtoons. They'll be updated every week. It's a new webcomic that'll be coming out on Webtoons. It's my comic series Broken. I'm moving it there. So if you want to read comics for free and see some of my work and everything like that, go to Webtoons. Make sure you subscribe. It'll be on my IG page. I'll be posting about it on my Twitter too. So go check it out. If you like video games, if you like anime and manga, you're going to love this comic series. So come check it out. Broken will be on Webtoons starting Tuesday.
Awesome. Tornado Tag Radio is my weekly podcast. We talked about AEW in great length. You can hear my rants about Darby Allin's avant-garde antics over there, as well as some other stuff. Tornado Tag Radio. Check it out. Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and everywhere else. There's a bunch of other stuff. What else? I don't think twitch.tv/that#show. I haven't been streaming as much, but when I do, I stream Call of Duty, and we're gonna do Among Us. Ooh. My God.
Sneeze. Yeah, Among Us. Yes, let's do that. Yeah, Among Us.
We'll figure that out at a later date. But actually, also Instagram.com/THS.wrestling. Huge shout out to the Wrestling Classic, to Justin, who is just laying it down for us. Thomas is just trying to get his heat back in the comments. He's just like,
we're not going to even show it.
No, we're not going to show it. Justin, we appreciate you, sir. Thank you so much for everything you do for us. And with that, we'll talk to you guys next week. Facebook.com/THS Wrestling News, Instagram.com/THS.Wrestling, YouTube.com/that#show TV, and Twitch.tv/that#show. But most importantly, guys, that#show.com for everything trending in geek pop culture. And we'll see you guys next week.